Hi everyone, President Mama here. Hey, I'm just checking in with you real quick because I've got a couple things to share with you. And the first is we bought a house. Yes, we did. So basically, the property behind us that we originally wanted to buy before we bought the church kind of ended up happening anyway. So we bought the property behind us, and we're really excited because number one, we know now it will not become apartment buildings, which is what people were looking at having done to it. So basically, our reasoning here is we've bought enough property that we have nearly 5 acres, but we're inside the city limits, which is nice. We've bought enough property that we will not have any close neighbors except those who we decide we want to have here. And we bought enough property that we have a lot of space to grow food and possibly to keep animals if we can swing it inside our city limits as far as what the rules are. But anyway, we have long-term goals, and buying this property also helps us to fulfill those goals. So not only are we, again, protecting our borders, but we're also fulfilling some of our long-term goals, which is for my husband, who will never retire, but he's getting closer to retirement age, to have a third or fourth, that might be his fourth career, for us to work on our property as our job, and for us to be able to have our disabled daughter with us at all times, because she will always live with us. She will never be independent. So these are things that we have to think about for the future. So basically what we purchased is about 4 acres. They're 2 tax lots. One of them has a home on it, and that will be a long-term rental for now. And the other has 2 shops on it. And so that will serve our purposes well for now, but we have long-term goals to continue developing the buildings and fixing them, and eventually having maybe several Airbnbs. That would be kind of the goal, so that I can work from home and I will always be able to swing, having my daughter with me and that type of thing. So anyway, that's what's going on. We're working on that. The house needed a little more work than we expected it would. After looking at it and purchasing it, we do have to replace some flooring. The lady who sold it to us had like rugs covering up parts of the vinyl flooring, and we didn't realize there were holes and stuff in the flooring. So we're fixing some of that. We're putting in some laminate in those areas, and then we're painting it. We didn't think we'd have to, but we do. So we're painting it. And then we had some tractor work done yesterday, which I'll show you a little bit later. But because this, the church is here, we're here, and the property we bought spans all next to both. So from the church, we basically cut a road through so that we can access this property from the church. We can just drive right through. And we had to cut out a lot of the bamboo that we have there, which I'll show you in before and after pictures. And then there are some dead trees in there. There were some dead locusts in there that actually they might still be there. We need to have a tree guy come out and take them out, or we need to get them out ourselves. But they're dead. They've been dead for quite some time, and there is a concern they could fall on our house, although they might fall short of our house. I really don't want them getting my dojo, which is our backyard workout area. So we're working on that, but for now, painting the inside of that house and getting it ready to rent out, which should not be difficulty here, especially if we allow pets. The rental market is tough here. It's tough to find a rental. It's extremely tough to find a rental if you have pets. So we're not going to have a problem renting that out for extra income. We're real excited about the possibilities here. But this is a part of us securing our future. It's part of us securing our borders. And it's part of us having more land to work with to work on different goals, and which one of them would be being more self-sustainable, being more self-sufficient, and growing more food. And I won't have to grow all of my pumpkins and winter squash in my terrace garden anymore. I can put more permanent perennial type plants and herbs in there, and more apothecary type stuff, and I can grow all that stuff in the field, which is going to be really helpful for me. So anyway, we are also inheriting a walnut, some hazelnut trees, some plum, and some apple tree. So anyway, that's what's going on right now with us. We're working on this. I'm getting some footage. I've gotten some footage of the church next door with the upper floor ripped out completely. It's down to the studs. Just haven't had time to sit down and edit and get all that stuff out to you, but I will soon. And hang in there with us. And I'm super excited about deciding what to plant in the field next year. I ordered a Baker Creek seed catalog. I have never paid for a seed catalog before in my life. Please leave a comment to let me know if it was worth it. I will let you know if it's worth it when I get it, but I'm excited to see all the different things that we can grow and put up for next year. So that's what's going on with me. It is a gorgeous fall day. I am hiding out here from my kids so I can film this for you. And I'm just really excited about the possibilities ahead. It's going to be a lot of work, but my husband and I, we're just not happy if we don't have a lot of things going on. So anyway, that's what's going on. And I will probably be back next week with a video showing some of the properties that we're dealing with here and the updates. I might show you my potting shed. That's busy getting plumbed right now. We've kind of redone the little shed by the church, and that is going to be my area to keep all of my gardening equipment and also to start my plants in, and also for my cats. Our cats, they're not all mine. I have one, my son has one. We're hoping they'll go inside the potting shed in the winter instead of being outside or in the house. So we've kind of set that up for them. But there's also going to be a little area in there, a little table, so my kids can come in and hang out in there with me while I work, and they can maybe work on their schoolwork at the same time. So I'm just working on that right now, and I'm working on some other projects always, and we're working on that house because we need to get that rented quick, get someone in so it's not sitting there, and that's what we're doing. So anyway, the other thing is I would really love to do a Q&A. I know I don't have a lot of followers, but I am more than happy to do a question and answer session on YouTube with you guys. If you want to submit questions ahead of time, you're welcome to submit them here below this video or on my Facebook page, which is Preppin' Mama also. I would love to answer your questions if you have any, or if there's anything that I haven't made clear in any of my videos that you need me to clarify, I'll be happy to do it. The other thing is, I am taking that course called Prep U through my local search and rescue, and I'm learning a lot. And I'm learning a lot about my weaknesses with prepping, because for long-term preps, I've got it going on. But for short-term and get-home bags and different things like that, I don't have my plans in place. And part of it might be because I just kind of haven't wanted to maybe think about the possibilities of what could happen if I get stranded with my 3 younger children, one of whom is disabled. So I think that this is really good for me to start thinking about how I'm going to handle different scenarios. So we're running scenarios, and I'm learning a lot, and I am encouraged to get my get-home bag repacked because basically haven't had my get-home bag in 18 months. And so I've been driving around without my get-home bag, which is not a good idea. The good thing I did do last spring, which is even better knowing what I know now, is I did get my daughter an adaptive stroller, which was quite expensive, but I got it for her before our Idaho vacation because I knew we were going to be walking around Silverwood Amusement Park, and I didn't want... she's mobile, she can walk, but she gets tired out more easily, and she kind of just noodles down. And any of you that have special needs kids, you know that they just kind of, they can just noodle down. That's what we call it, where they just kind of slide to the floor and they give up walking. So we knew we had to get something like that for her because the last time we did any kind of trip like that, she was only about 4, and I was able to put her in the double stroller with her sister. But she's too big for a double stroller. She's 8. So I bought her an adaptive stroller, which is humongous and inconvenient to keep in the van, to be honest. But it will fit her till she's 150 pounds and something like 5'3". And honestly, my adult daughter has never reached that. And since my daughter has Rett syndrome, she likely will not either because they tend to stay small. So basically, it's her forever wheels, right? For when she can't keep up with us is what it comes down to. So the fact that I have that in the car at all times, and I insist on having it in the car at all times, even though it's inconvenient, will be very helpful for me if I get stranded. I just need to work on my get home bag. So I'll be showing you that too as I get it going. So anyway, that and my kids are making their Christmas lists. You guys, I don't know if your kids are making their Christmas lists, but I'm like, seriously, people, I have so many projects and I have to stop and think about Christmas gifts. I don't want to do it. My 15-year-old said, "It's easy, Mom. Just get us what we ask for. You don't have to think about it." Let me know what you think about that, guys, okay? Incidentally, I was watching one of the YouTubers I regularly watch this morning, and my 15-year-old goes, "She is hot." Okay, son, that's a mother of 8 you're talking about there. Oh, the things that they come up with. It's hilarious. Anyway, that's an update about what's going on with me. We brought more property. No, we're not rich. We've just made some good decisions lately. We have been through the whole gamut of financial issues and ups and downs through our married life of 28 years. No, we're not rich. I don't want you to feel like I'm getting on here and saying, "Oh, yeah, we're buying all this stuff," and da-da-da-da-da, and I don't want you to feel like you have to do all that stuff too. But it just happens to be that we're in a position right now where we can kind of protect our borders and start thinking about our future with our daughter and how we're going to handle that, and just basically doing some estate planning. That's what we're doing, guys. We're doing it, but it's going to be more of a living estate. You know, we've just made some good decisions in the last 10 years with our finances, and we've had equity in our home, and my husband has had an inheritance. So there's just different things that we've had that has put us in a position where we can do stuff like this. We can't do everything, but, you know, we have some opportunities. So let's just put it that way. Anyway, so yep, we're expanding our borders. I'm willing to do a Q&A session if you guys want to submit questions, and I'm taking that Prep U class, and I'm seeing where my weaknesses are, and I have quite a few. So I'm excited about correcting those, but one thing at a time, because that's what I can handle in that area. One bag at a time. Let's put it that way. A get-home bag. That's my goal right now. So that's what I'm going to do. Okay, guys, this is Preppin' Mama, and I will talk to you again soon. Preppin' Mama out.